Hello there, people of the... Okay, wait, let's restart that. I can't resist. What's happening, forum? My name is DTKBCL or Devour or whatever the hell you want to call me. Call me Tyler, I don't care. Today I'm going to be doing kind of like a tutorial video, I guess you could say, on how I capture and upload my screenshots and put them onto FSUK, my favorite FS websites. That sounded really cringy, but I said it anyways. So the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like I want more people to upload onto the website. I love the website a lot, and I've been on it since like 2011, and I think more people should upload because it's a really fun thing to do, and I just like seeing people's screenshots and stuff like that. So it'd be really cool if this video helps somebody out, at least one person would be awesome. Note that this video is only for PC and Mac. I don't know how to do console stuff. I don't own the game on console. Also, it just wouldn't look as good in console because I don't think HUD hide is a thing on console. So yeah, and also the shader is not a thing on console. So yes, this is only for PC and Mac. And also, this is the way that I do things. You don't have to follow this exactly. You can do some things that I don't do. You can do some things that I do. Like, you could not do things that I do. It's completely up to you. This is just the way that I do things. This is kind of my process, and I'm explaining to you so that's just so that you understand, because I've gone on the site for a very long time and looked at these amazing screenshots, and I've just wondered, how do these people do it? And so I'm trying to spread the word on how I do this. So the first thing, I'm going to show you what you need to download. I only have a few things that really help me. The first thing is this right here. It's called Vanilla Valley V3, a photorealistic map. Now, I don't use the map. I just use the shader that comes with the map. The map itself, I don't know. It's just kind of a copy and paste of old Stream Farm, if you ever heard of that one. I feel like that's just what it was, but it's everything super HD is kind of the point of the map. Also, I just hit my desk and I apologize. So what I did was I downloaded this map, and I installed the shader. Now, I'm not going to show you how to install the shader. It actually has instructions in the file, but it's not just like a normal mod. You have to put it into your game files, but it's not really a huge deal. And so what happens when you install these mods, this shader mod, is when you first get into the game, your game will look like this, and it looks a little bit too bright in the menus, and you can just hit the scroll lock button on your keyboard and it will turn it on and off. I do not normally have it on when I play the game because it kind of screws up my FPS just a little bit. Alright, the second thing you're gonna need to download is the Creator's Tools mod. Creator Tools, yeah, that. So what is the Creator Tools mod? This is one of my favorite mods ever in the entire game. What it does a ton of stuff for people who are making screenshots and also people who are like recording videos and stuff like that. It is the best HUD hide I could find on the game, because there are a lot of HUD hiders out there, but not all of them hide the reticle in the middle of the screen, but this one actually does. This camera zoom and the camera height feature is really cool. And also, like, you can change player speed and stuff like that. You can also change muscle modes so that you can carry any object, and it does not restrict you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this is one of my favorite mods. Download it. It's really small. It just goes into your downloads. And it's really easy, and it will work right off the bat. Now, the program that I use to actually create my screenshots is Fraps. Now, if you don't own Fraps, that is 100% okay. You can use the Steam in-game screenshot feature. The only issue with the Steam in-game screenshot feature is that it does not capture the shader mod. So if you do not own Fraps, or you cannot get your hands on Fraps, and you want to get a different capture software, you can easily look one up. There are a lot of free ones out there. Just find one that works, or you could just use the Steam in-game and not use the shader. Those are your two options, I guess. But that's what I do, as I use Fraps. Fraps works really good. The only really issue with Fraps is that you can't open the game when Fraps is already open in your system tray. The game freaks out. You have to close Fraps before you can open the game again. Alright, so now I'm actually in game. I do have both the shader and the Creator Tools installed. I also have Fraps on, as you can see down here in this corner. So first I'm just going to look through my graphic settings. So I am on hardware profile very custom, a very high custom. I'm in a 1080p 16:9 ratio. I do not have VSync on, all that stuff. And then graphic, I have pretty much everything on max, I think, except for a few things probably. So yeah, that's just how it is. I have an okay PC. I do not have the best PC in the world, and this game still runs alright. The larger American maps sometimes lag my computer a little bit, but that's alright. I don't play those maps very much anyways. So yep, there's all that. Now I'm going to go to career, and I'm just going to start a random game. I'll just start here. Alright, so we are in game in FS17 finally. So, I'm going to show you guys how I do everything. So normally I'm just playing the game, yada yada yada, have my HUD on, and doing all this stuff. So, and then I find a picture opportunity, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. That can be kind of cool. So what I normally do first is, I normally play with my HUD off anyways, but I don't know the original key because I rebound my key to hide the HUD. I have mine set to Alt-1, because that's what I'm used to. That's what my old HUD hider was. So you're gonna have to figure that one out yourself because I do not remember it, but everything else is stock standard. So what I normally do is I go through here and I find the tractors and stuff that I want to take a picture of, and I normally just turn the wheels a little bit and then get out. What this does, it just leaves the wheels turned a little bit, because I feel like if your wheels are all just straight perfectly, it just doesn't look as, I don't know, it just doesn't look as real. I feel like in real life your tires are just a tiny bit. So what I'll do next is I'll turn on my shader, which is scroll lock, and that just kind of brightens everything up a little bit. Also, you can hit page up and page down, and they will change like field of view. Sometimes they will get blurry. Right now they do not seem to be working. Let's see. Sometimes they work, sometimes they do not. It just depends on where you're standing, actually. Yeah, see, right now they are not working. So yeah, that's alright though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit right here. This looks like a good spot to take a photo. I'm trying to block this by field icon out of the picture completely because I do not want that in there. So I'm just gonna be like that. That looks pretty good, and I'm blocking the hide field. So I'm going to use the mouse wheel to change my camera height, and then if I hold right click and use the mouse wheel, it does the zoom. And if you want to reset that, you just click in the mouse wheel, or you just hold right mouse and click in the mouse wheel to reset your zoom, and then just clicking on the mouse wheel resets your height. So for this one I'm gonna go a little bit lower, not too low. So that's basically where it's gonna be. So I'm gonna hit delete on my keyboard, which is my Fraps key, to capture a screenshot. That can be whatever you want. You have to preset that. Now I'm going to undo my scroll lock, because once you tab out with the shader mod on, it kind of lags your game. Like, it lags your whole computer out, basically. I'm just gonna hit save. Now my computer's lagging just a little bit because I am recording and a bunch of other stuff at once, so that's alright. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to paint.net. Now, why do I use paint.net and not Photoshop? It's because I do not own Photoshop. I own a version of Photoshop that is not owned by me, it's owned by my school, but I do not personally own the Creative Cloud, and also that version of Photoshop is on my other computer, and I just don't feel like having the hassle of switching back and forth all the time, like moving photos and stuff like that. So I just use paint.net as a 100% free program. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want it. 100% free, has never given me any problems. So I'm just going to file open, and I'm just going to find the photo that I just took, which is this one. So there is this. Now, it looks very bright, which is alright, but if you want to change that, you can do adjustments, brightness and contrast, and you can take this down just a little bit and maybe turn the contrast up just a little bit, but not too much. It basically, that's all dependent on the photo. This is all a by photo basis, If something needs to be a little bit lighter, then make it lighter. If something needs to be a little bit darker, then make it darker. But I'm not gonna actually do that, so I'm just gonna Command Z and it's gonna go back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a new layer over here in the layers panel, and I'm just going to quickly put in a quick watermark. I do this with like all my photos. I don't know why. It's just something that I've kind of gotten in the habit of. So my watermark is Futura. If you don't know what Futura is, it is like the Supreme logo. I don't know why. It was one of the fonts on my computer, and I just kind of went with it. Like that. I'll put it over here in this corner. I always alternate what corner I put it in. And then I'm going to take that layer 2, I'm going to adjustments, blurs. I'm just going to do a quick Gaussian blur on it because Paint.net is not a vector program. So sometimes if you make the text too big, it will kind of leave it a bit pixely. So that's why I blurred it just a tiny bit. If you want to add black bars to your image, you just simply make a new layer, put it on the top. I go to down here to the shapes tool, make it a shape draw / fill mode. Make sure it's a rectangle, make it the color black, and then just kind of draw one rectangle up top. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that layer and I'm going to duplicate it, go to the layers panel and flip vertically, and that way I have 2 even bars on both sides. And if you want, you can even merge layer down, and now you just have a black bar layer. Now I can take that background image if I want to, and I can just move the entire thing down and stuff like that. But then I have to move my watermark that I just made and move it up a little bit. It's coming. There it is. And yeah. So that is a finished photo. Now, sometimes I will blur the image if there's a bit of like just too much pixel. If there's too much non-anti-aliasing, I will just blur it 1, and that doesn't really make a huge difference. It just kind of smooths out those edges just a little bit. And yeah, I think that's basically it. So I'm going to hit File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as a PNG. I normally just replace the original screenshot, so it will say, do you want to replace it? And I'll hit yes, hit OK, flatten that image. I'm going to go to my page here on FSUK, going to upload an image. It is going to be there. Find the image. I'm going to open it and I'm going to say this. Oops, if I can type. This is my tutorial image. Share. And that is basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out my channel if you did, because obviously you're probably not going to like and subscribe if you're watching this on the forum page. But I do a lot of tutorial videos, not necessarily based on Farming Simulator, but based on photo editing, video editing, YouTube channel stuff like that. So if you want to go check that out, please do. I will surely. It surely means a lot to me. So anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. Anyways, peace.